Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to see how you can create a button like this, which is NeoPop button by Cred. Okay, so let's start with our demo. So first off, now what we can do is let's go to pub.dev and install this dependency called NeoPop. This dependency is made by Cred. As you can see, we have this button and we're going to use this button, NeoPop button. So let's head to our code. So now as you can see, we have our NeoPop button inside our column, and it has our properties called color, on tap up, on tap down, padding, and alignment for this text. So as you can see, when I'm tapping it down, up. So this is how this button looks. So we are going to create a similar type of button. So let's start with our video. Let's give it a sized box of height 20 for now, and let's see how we can create this. Let's take an animated container. We'll give it a duration of, let's say, milliseconds, which is 100 milliseconds. Okay, so let's just save the app for now. Now we have our animated container. In between, what we can do for the child, we can have this same thing, which is align child, our text, which will be pay now, and we'll give it an alignment of alignment.center. And for our container, we'll give the padding same as this padding. Copy this padding. Okay, let's give it a padding. Let's save the app. So now as you can see, we have something which is pay now, which we cannot see because we need to give it a background color of white. Okay, so now what we can do, we have our duration, padding, and as you can see, this kind of a gray line beneath our button. We can use a decoration for our animated container, which is our box decoration. Now we'll give it a color of colors dot white, and we have our box shadow. It takes in a box shadow with the color of colors dot gray, and it takes in an offset. Let's say for X we'll give it a 0, and for Y we'll give it 4. Let's save the app. So now as you can see, we have a similar kind of looking button, but it's not having any kind of animation to it like we have for our NeoPop button. So now what we can do is, let's say I have a bull which is button tapped, which will detect if this button is tapped or not. Okay, so let's wrap our animated container with a widget called gesture detector. Okay, and it has all the properties, which is on tap up, on tap down. So what we can do is we can simply use our set state, that is when it is tapped up, we'll set our button tapped value to false, and when it is being tapped down, we'll use set state our button tapped to true, Okay, so now we'll get a value, that is if our button is tapped we'll get this. Okay, and we can use it in our offset as well. Let's say we have our button tapped value, which is true, that is true, then we can give it our offset value to 0, else we can show it as a gray. Let's save the app. So now as you can see, I have tapped my button. We can see that our box shadow is getting disappeared, but still we don't have this kind of effect. Okay, so now what we can do, let's say we can wrap another widget for our animation, which is transform dot translate. So now this what transform dot translate takes in offset parameter which is required. Let's give it an offset. It takes in a double value to x and y dimensions. Okay, so let's give it a dimension based on our button tapped value. Okay, so if our button is tapped, we can give it a value of 4, else 0. Same thing with our button tapped, 4, else 0. Let's save the app. Now let's see what we have. Okay, so now as you can see, we have the same similar kind of animation that we are getting using our animated container and transform.translate. Okay, so this is how you can create your own custom button in Flutter. So hope you found this video helpful. Do like, share, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.